Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, uh, as sad as it sounds, but we are arriving to the final point of the game, probably. Um, I'm not sure this is where I will the game, because I need to speak with Regis. What is happening? Um, I can postpone my dialogue with Regis and and just do that later. And this is probably what I'm gonna do. But I feel like this adventure is definitely end, which is sad. But at the same time, it's a very, as I said in one of the previous parts, or maybe in several previous parts, it's a very weird feeling because um, I was watching a video. I got it from the one of the parts when I actually started the Blood and Wine DLC. The moment when you arrive to Toussaint, and I that is truly with that music, you know, with all these colors and stuff, with all these landscapes, it feels very cool, very vibrant, especially after Velen. Velen is very depressing. Um, so it's true that this land is it's kinda it feels very refreshing. Same. Um, and I watched it yesterday, and I was like, good old days, even though it was a couple of days ago that I played it, or weeks. It doesn't matter. But it's still kind of sad. It's sad to say goodbye to all our heroes or all our friends, to this land. There are still some quests, and I'm gonna do them. But this is the end of The Witcher 3, the main story. Um, it's sad to say goodbye, but at the same time, it's good because I want to cover other games like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, for example, or something. There are a bunch of games that I'd like to cover. So it's a very, weird feeling. But at the same time, there is some kind of um there is some kind of a guarantee, if I can call it like that, that I know that in any case, no matter what happens, unless I die, of course, I can replay this game, which is great, you see. And I've heard some news that CD Projekt Red plans um, um, to release a game editor or something like that to, well, probably to create some missions or some events or some things. I suppose, I'm not sure, but I suppose they took it from Assassin's Creed games. I don't know that for sure. I haven't heard any rumors, but I know for sure that that's what they did in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. About Origins, I'm not sure. Maybe not. But I know that in Assassin's Creed Odyssey and in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they released editors as well for people to create custom missions or custom quests, custom different things. So I suppose CD Projekt Red decided to do the same thing, to give a kind of a second breath to the game, to maybe attract new players or people who want to play with those game editors and try new things. You see.
You're only kaput, oh lad.
And so this game is not going to die, definitely not. And what I like, as I said, it's something good and it's something bad about The Witcher and this type of games is that it's long. It's long, and sometimes it gets you kind of feel like you lose this joyful momentum, or I don't know how can I call it. It's when you're really so motivated to play this game, you really like it, and this is something great. But it doesn't last long, so it kind of becomes a problem. As I said, because it's long, at some point you might feel even bored. But at the same time, because it's long, you know that there are so many things to do, there are so many things to discover, that the next time you come back to this game, you will probably spend as much time as you did in the previous part, in the previous time you played it, and you will dive in another world adventures, The Witcher 3. So it's good and bad, you see, when the game is long. I actually started speaking about that, but I didn't do a brief summary. In the previous part, there's nothing much to say because I only did main quests mainly. I maybe I did some additional quests, some side quests or something like that, but I'm not sure at this point. I think I only did the main quest and that's it. I was in a fairyland.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of
Sienna.
the beast, I am in your debt. We all are.
That's it.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
All right, we can start.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug, and more like a man deserving of the Duchy's highest honor. In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Oh, wer Anna Henriette. I like Anna. It's a name.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, dammit. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you, sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Didn't try to kill her. That's great.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
looks absolutely awful. I look like an elephant. Wow.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He is a vampire, after all. Regis! Damn it, where'd you go? Regis! Damn it, where'd you go?
You raise your hand against the vampire! You shall die for that!
I did what I had to do!
That renegade! More face than shame!
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or
Won't let it go, will they?
they will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
How did they even know he killed Dettlaff?
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
It's kind of weird because if I remember correctly, the main map, Toussaint is more south than Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard is actually also like a northern province of Toussaint, you know. In any case, it's in the north, so compared to Toussaint, so it's I'm not sure why is he saying I'll go south? Is it like a general thing to consider Nilfgaard as more like a southern place compared to northern kingdoms? I'll try to Google it if I won't forget it.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
They make it it feels like a farewell, but at the same time, can we really say farewell to The Witcher? If I'm not wrong, correct my pronunciation, is Andrzej, the writer, Sapkowski. He's writing another book about Geralt, based on what I've heard. So, and it's great. Don't get me wrong, that's amazing. And that's exactly what we need. I feel like. And this is why I don't see myself saying goodbye to this universe. Not only you can replay the game, but also the TV show is incoming. There will be 4th season.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
There is the 4th season incoming, I don't know when, probably 2025. There will be another book, there will be another game. I think the only sad thing about, I feel like the way they made The Witcher 3, I think it's a typically The Witcher 3 problem, though let me think. No, probably any big game where there's a story, because I'm thinking about Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think the problem, it's Red Dead Redemption 2 has the same problem. It's so while you follow the main story, you interact with characters. Triss, Ciri, Yennefer, Regis, Olgierd, and everyone else, Dijkstra. But when you finish the game, and at least for me, it feels a little bit weird. And I hope they're gonna change it in no future games. That we can really interact with those characters that we know that are kind of our friends of our character.
No one gives a hoot about us poor.
Random dog tile. Hi. So we can really interact with all those characters, and it feels kind of sad, you know, because the game, we can still play the game. It's not like the game ends, right? They allow us to play the game after the ending. Yet you feel super lonely because you cannot speak with anyone. You cannot interact with anyone. The only person that they made it in a good way, and it's great. Triss will be in Corvo Bianco or Yennefer or no one. It depends who you romance. If you romance two girls, no one will be at Corvo Bianco. But if you romance Triss or Yennefer, one of those girls will be at Corvo Bianco. You will be able to speak with them, at least a little bit. But I think that's the only character that we can see. I'd like to verify the Rosemary in time. That's his name. This is the pronunciation. I don't remember. The inn in the middle of the Novigrad where Zoltan and Dandelion are, and Priscilla. But apart, but that's like the only place that I might have some characters with who we interacted before. And I'm not sure that I'll find someone there, but you can at least probably go there and check it. Now this is what I'm gonna do probably.
Use one around here, full time.
But that's it. You cannot interact with anyone. Angela Vigo, Philippa Eilhart, anyone. There will be the last video here right now, with this Be It Ever So Humble, this kind of home mission, the last one, where we will see characters, people will be invited. But it's not really interacting with them like I'm walking right now. I can approach someone here, for example, Yennefer, and speak with her. Because no one's here, and that's a little problem. So it feels kind of sad and lonely because you finish the game, you kind of exist in this world because you can make missions, you can maybe make some side quests or Witcher contracts or treasure hunt missions. Yet all these characters with who we interacted, they are not here, and it feels kind of lonely, sad. Farewell.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Triss?
In the flesh?
I thought you were in Kovir.
I got tired of waiting for you, so I decided to head to Toussaint. Catch some sun, see how things are going. You said it would only take a moment.
Things are pretty much wrapped up, luckily. We'll be able to head north soon.
I hope you're not upset I came like this, without warning.
True, I haven't always been fond of surprises. They remind me of work, the law of surprise, surprise child. But I think I've changed my mind. Seems surprises can actually be pleasant. Very pleasant. Let's go outside. There's this one cozy spot you're gonna love. How are things in Kovir?
Amazingly boring and predictable. Council meetings mainly concern trade matters, tariffs, storage regulations, that sort of thing.
Missing the excitement?
You know the Aetheri saying, may you live in interesting times? Well, I've already done that, and now I'm looking for a bit of quiet. The other mages I brought with me from Novigrad, or who made it north on their own, feel the same. You wouldn't recognize them. No conspiracies, cabals, plotting. They just sit there and work, for the good of the kingdom. Sometimes I think it's all too lovely to be true. That something's bound to happen. Another war, or some other horror. But for now, it's nice. And once you finish your business here and come join me, it'll be even better.
I was googling where Kovir is. It's funny because in the map I don't really see Toussaint. I don't know where is it. Oh, okay, I see. It's a very small portion of land. It's like Nazaire is on the left side, and between Nazaire and Toussaint there's a Magaturga, and there are some mountains separating all that. Then there's a small passage which goes from Toussaint to Soden, and from Soden there's Sintra, and all of that is in the south because Kovir is super super far north, like really. And now I'm looking at Temeria and Redania, and I don't know where Novigrad is. Oh, Novigrad is in Redania, I see. And Temeria is south of it, but like I'll probably put this map in the description. I'll try to put it in the description, but the video. But it's quite interesting. Toussaint is so small, and the whole world feels like there's just a bunch of regions, like Povis and Kovir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are around maybe 15 regions, but I think some of them are a part of the same land, of the same kingdom, like Povis and Kovir, or Povis. And both of them are green on the map, so I suppose those are part, they're from the same region under the same ruler. Like Edirne and Lyria are probably in the same. No, they have different colors. No, probably not. It's weird, but yeah, it's kinda interesting. Nilfgaard, Sintra, obviously. And downloaded. That's awful. Well. Okay, makes sense. Kovir is super far north. Compared to Toussaint, it's like the other half of the world, the other part of the world. It's like going from Norway to to, I don't know, Democratic Republic of Congo. Something. It's like from north to south, super far. It's like Tucson is the limit of the map. Same for Kovir. Kovir is here, Tucson is here somewhere. No, Tucson is... wait. Kovir is here, and Tucson is here. So basically you cross whole map. That's kinda interesting.
So, how do you like my vineyard?
I think you know the answer to that. I like it a lot. House is big, but not showy. Lovely location. Perfect for romantic getaways.
Just finished some remodeling. Paid through the nose for it, but I think it was worth it.
Have you thought about the garden? Will you leave it as it is, or change it?
Maybe a hedge maze? With a statue in the center? One that's stately and nude.
Oh, Geralt, don't bring up that ball. The wine got to my head and I...
Not bringing it up to tease, but to reminisce. That evening, it was magic. And your dress. You looked lovely in it.
I've got it with me. I could put it on one evening. We'll dine outside by candlelight, listen to the music of the cicadas.
Can't wait.
Wow.
How'd you find me? Kavir's a long way off.
I have my ways, Geralt. A hydromancy, for example.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, what becomes of us? See anything else in the reflection?
Zoltan moves in.
Please tell me you're joking.
You can breathe easy. Far as I know, he settled down in Novigrad and has no intention of budging. In all seriousness, though, I did see a few scraps of our future, but I'd rather not tell you exactly what.
Why not?
Because you said you've grown to like pleasant surprises.
This is your first time in Tucson, right? Want me to show you around a bit?
Sorry, but I've already made plans.
Oh? What are you going to do?
Lie down in the sun and not move an inch.
Ah, right. A packed schedule. Not overdoing it a tad.
Oh, gotta get the most of this weather before I return north. Know that joke about how to tell when summer's come to Kovir?
The rain isn't quite so cold.
And sadly, that's not far from the truth. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. Now you'll change your mind and not come join me.
I wouldn't worry about that. Mind if I leave you here alone for a moment?
Just a moment.
So, we got Triss here, but this is the only character that I know where to find. Apart from Triss, not sure there is someone. Not sure I can find someone.
Diddly snips.
Except for Triss.
My back aches something horrid.
And Major Dormo. Besides, I have a quest with Marlene. And speak with her. Still haven't.
A pleasure to welcome you once again to the as yet humble confines of Corvo Bianco. When last we met, I did not get the opportunity to present my credentials. With your permission, I shall do so now. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Ever play Gwent, BB?
Funny you should ask, sir. I was quite adept in my younger years, but that was so long ago. I fear I've limited my interest to collecting now. Managed to assemble quite the set of decks.
Huh. Sounds interesting. Mind showing me what you got?
Not at all, sir, but only in action. A round or two, perhaps?
May the best man win.
Do you wish to play against any particular faction, sir?
Oh, that's great to see. You can train with him. Against Skellige, for example.
Skellige seems most appropriate for you.
As you wish. Would you prefer I use my strongest deck or a weaker one?
Feeling lucky today. Use your strongest.
At your service, sir. Well then, let us play.
You're playing as Nilfgaard. Why there's no music? No music. I don't. I say. Sake, Nilfgaard got a special ability. When the round ends in draw, Nilfgaard wins. Oh. Oh man. He could have saved one card. Without music, it feels so weird. Give me some music. And I don't have Dandelion. Kinda sad. It's a disaster. Wait, what? Shuffles all cards from each player's grave. Oh man, I can revive anyone. The disaster. This thing killed me.
This time I won. Would you be interested in a rematch, sir?
Yes.
May the best man win.
Do you wish to play against any
Skellige.
Skellige seems
As you wish.
feeling.
At your service.
And only one spy. Kinda problematic. Oh, it works like, okay, I see. It works like a commander's horn. I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention. I thought you use it one time and then it just transforms one guy. But no, apparently it transforms two guys. That's sad. Problem is that I can revive anyone. Even if I kill these two guys. Or no, I can actually win, probably. That. I thought about skipping it, but whatever.
I congratulate you on your victory. Shall we continue playing?
Maybe later. Got something I need to do right now.
As you wish, sir.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Baby sounds funny. Almost like baby something.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think? With the general refurbishment now done, I would advise you consider breathing new life into the stable and the garden.
If you don't mind, I'd rather postpone talking about renovations. Need to ask you something else.
Of course, sir, as you wish. What is...
Feels like...
Indeed.
Along the path, I've often picked up well-crafted, beautifully ornamented armor. Some of those pieces would look great on display here.
I agree. It would lend the place a certain witch's air. Shall I order new stands at once, sir?
Yes. Just please make sure they're solidly made and nicely finished.
It goes without saying, sir. There is nothing worse than splendid armor upon a subpar stand. By this time tomorrow, they shall be ready to display your finest finds. Is there anything...
Could use another weapon rack. Got some interesting pieces I'd like to display.
I know of a carpentry shop in town which crafts the humblest lumber into true masterpieces. You need but give the word.
Fine. Order the racks.
Of course, at once. At most 1 day for them to arrive, is my estimation. Is there anything...
Thinking about buying a comfortable bed. Always wanted one.
Excellent idea. In your profession, rest is supremely important. But say the word, and I shall order you a bed from the carpenters who craft comfort for the court.
Great. Order me a fine bed, please. Think I deserve one at my age.
True indeed, true indeed. I shall send a runner at once. The bet will be in place by this time tomorrow. Is there anything else you require?
Was wondering about the guest room. Not that I'm expecting company, but...
Oh, but that is immaterial. All self-respecting homes should boast a comfortable guest room. What if someone were to drop by unannounced?
Yeah. Sooner
Like
we start on
Triss.
that, the better.
I can tell a man of action immediately. I'll see to it myself. The room shall be ready in 2 days, in my opinion. Is there anything...
Starting to get into this whole renovating thing. There must...
Provided we preserve the ground's Beauclervois stylings, and on condition that you are not considering something like, digging vast holes in which to store monster carcasses or bury cursed treasure, I am very much in favor, sir.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
You know Roach, my horse? Well, we've been through a lot together. And since I've finally got a decent place to stay, think she deserves one too.
Oh, a sturdy stable testifies to a most honorable owner. Just say the word, and I'll have them start working on it at once.
My roach deserves the best. Have them refurbish the stables.
I shall get to work at once. Yet finding workmen and completing construction takes time, though likely no more than 2 days. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
I think I don't have any money. Garden.
So sometimes I have to brew a potion, but I can't find the herbs I need growing anywhere nearby.
Well, you're in luck, sir. The flower garden, once kept by Madame Nina, Monsieur Bolis's wife, seems the ideal place to cultivate herbs. In fact, it's roomy enough to plant shrubbery.
Oh, I have enough money. It's amazing.
Good idea, Barnabas Basil. Herbs there will save me hours of painstaking searching and harvesting.
The idea is yours, sir. I am but the humble executor of your will. I believe we shall have sown the first seeds in 2 days' time. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, why not? Trousers. Gauntlet. Not bad. Not bad at all. Elegant. Doublet. Heaven. Close speaking Mandrake. Wow. Not bad, I guess. Could be worse, suppose. I need some sets, you see. I need to make some sets. I need to find those master level sets. Let's pick with Marlene.
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah.
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks. I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the kitchen. Her spit-roasted ox was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook. You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall. But somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
And I'd never want you to stay against your will. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Hunger. Turkey. I want to live here the winter blade, which is not here. I don't see it here. Where is it? It's here. Winter blade. Taller. Sense sword. Nothing really interesting. Order of the Flaming Rose. What I wanted to take. What I wanted. So I don't have any shoes with them, nor trousers. Properly. Can't skip certain parts, I suppose. It's kinda sad. Another one is the iris. Hope I didn't sell it. It's a jewel in my collection. Why there's no music? Give me music. Give me music. Game. Well read. Letter from Dear girl, you are reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Tucson. You have found my mutant generator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like. Perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function. For I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished and I am convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended of the usefulness of this apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the mutant generator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies, in this case the bodies of the monsters, evildoers you kill. And when it has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the muta generator changes the stored energy into greater mutation, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it is a green, red, or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift you. Your dearly devoted friend, Emil Regis Rohelak Terzif. P.S. You might be wondering why I decided to toss the muta generator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. You see, this thing is good, even great, but problem is that because you finish the game, you are not really gonna use it. So what happens is that you can really appreciate this thing. Is there an interesting sword here? Probably not. It's random sword. Geralt of Rivia sword. Geralt of Rivia. Probably this one. What am I using right? Weapon. What is this? It's probably Marlens living here. Why there is no music? So basically what you need to do and what game developers are kind of implying is that you need to replay the game with New Game Plus. Not the ability, it's not an ability, but with the New Game Plus option, kind of call it like that. So you can actually generate some mutagens, have some additional skill points and other things.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed. And I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe it's something you'll wish to see.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB. Strange. Something behind this wall, I think. A laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Oh man, that's long. To whomever finds this letter, my name is Julius Van Gav, and if you're reading these words, I am surely long dead. As befits one of my station and familial, familial. It sounds weird. It's not familiar. Well, whatever. Connections. I was sent to study at Banahar, the famed school for mages. Yet I was never to complete those studies. For the entire duration of my life, magic held by a weak hold over a soul ravished by a passion for organic alchemy. It was to that most wondrous of sciences I dedicate the most beautiful years of my life. And the table beside which you now most surely stand is the fruit of those labors of love. If you are a fellow lover of alchemy, I hazard to guess you will be filled with a rapture to behold my discovery. If, however, that marvelous science is unknown to you, please heed my advice. Drop this letter, step away from the table, and never return. The practice of alchemy by amateurs can lead to injury and even death. If you did not drop this letter after the last paragraph, you are no stranger to alchemy. Thus I shall now reveal to you in a few brief words the fundaments of the alchemy table I designed, leaving aside all unnecessary detail. My chief discovery consisted of a formula and tools allowing for the transmutation of mutagens taken from monsters into mutagens of the more common sort. I know this sounds highly unlikely, but I have proven with utmost certainty that this is possible. The workings of this transmutation are simple. One must simply make use of the table which I designed as an expert in the arcane art of alchemy. You certainly already know your way around such devices. If you are but an amateur, a member of the hoi polloi who has by accident wandered to this abandoned place, back away, lest your ignorance to your grievous harm. You are surely asking yourself why I hid my discovery from the world, why I did not share my formula with the community of alchemists. Well, let us say I have forever been regarded as eccentric, aloof, and I have always believed it is pure chance and not men themselves that determine destiny. Furthermore, I have never sired offspring and have no desire to entrust my opus to a mere acquaintance. I thus concluded the best solution was to hide my table and trust that chance will, if my theory is correct, bring a man here who shall know how to make use of it, whom it shall delight and to whom it will prove a great use. Whether I am right or wrong, time will tell. Use my gift wisely and fare you well. Julius Van Gav, alchemist. Okay. Well, I'm not really using it, but especially that Regis gave me things. Gave me a mutagen generator, so it's kind of better.
Freed the town from the...
Especially that if you start the game with the New Game Plus, I'm not sure you'll be able to travel to San Corvo Bianco.
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now devote yourself to enjoying the vineyard's delights to the fullest. You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought with all the work on Corvo Bianco completed, and with the estate looking more beautiful than ever, it might be appropriate to commemorate the moment.
Sure, why not?
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 1250 vintage. I cannot say by what miracle it survived, but it is here, and we've cause to open it today. And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed even when the decor began to catch fire. It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that folk began to realize something was amiss and went to put out the fires.
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was so. In this regard, Baron Rossel was decidedly more reserved.
So tell me, Barnabas Basil, what's the wine situation like here? Am I gonna produce any this year?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus destroyed all the vines. Baron Rossel had new ones planted, but it will be some time before they start bearing fruit. Assuming that is, the fungus does not reappear.
That'd be bad. This Cyperamento got me dreaming. It's amazing.
Isn't it, though? Allow me to top you off, sir. There.
Thanks.
Where's the party? Invite everyone. Dandelion, Yennefer. This is still here.
Yes, Geralt?
Nothing.
Mind if I leave you here alone?
Just
Not moving. It said that we cannot really speak with her, interact with her, but I guess whatever, it's fine. Could be worse. I can't really complain. What else can we do? A lot of missions here and there. Well, let's start doing something. Let's... you know what? I need to find a blacksmith. Let's go to blacksmith. Sell all what I don't need. Because I got a lot of swords that I'm not using, and it kinda becomes tired.
Geralt, his crest the bridge, master of the melee. Welcome, welcome.
What have you got there?
Oh, that's great. He got a lot of money. I can sell all of that. I'll keep this one. He doesn't have any money. Sad man. Oh, Order of the Flaming Rose Sword, but I can't put it with the armor. That's sad. I don't understand why I don't have any music.
Well. Heard you waged war.
Nowhere, just nowhere, no music. That doesn't make any sense. Finally. Let's hope it's gonna come back. Because it kinda feels weird.
With the heft of my hammer and a mighty cry, I pound steel and watch sparks fly.
Tournament participants. Dear fellow Gwent lovers, allow me to present myself. Count Mounier, the organizer of this Gwent tournament. As you most probably know, I have introduced a new faction to our beloved game, Skellige. I am convinced this step shall add variety to our pastime, further perfecting its perfection. I shall be delighted if you choose to play this faction during our event. Good luck and good Gwent to you all.
Geralt.
Let's play Gwent and I will continue to what?
Care for a quick round of Gwent?
I'm not sure, what can I do? Maybe some quest? I wanted to do the mutagen quest, find in the laboratory. A single spine. Brown. With music it feels better. Don't you agree with that? Two elves? Am I drunk? Two elves? It's the first time I'm seeing someone using two elves. How is that even possible? I won't do. But it's only a Skellige card, right? Should be one. Why it's four? That's 2-1. What is going on in this game? I didn't understand it. Two spies. This thing is not one but four. What is going on, man? I don't have a single spy. How am I supposed to win this game? Wrong card, man. Whatever. I can't even.
Geralt.
Care for a quick round of Gwent?
Heft off my hand and a mighty cry. I don't steal
Again.
and watch sparks fly.
Again and again. 3 decoys? What is happening in this game? I don't understand it. Skellige deck looks super unbalanced for some reason. I feel like the vast majority of Skellige cards get some kind of abilities. Like, look, it's so weird. Why it's 2 and 3? It should be 1. I don't understand how it works. It's like they're immune to that. It sets the strength of all close combat units, combat cards to 1 for both players. Why it's 2 or 3? I don't understand it.
You are Sir Geralt of Rivia. Bridge your crest. The tourney's victor. This is a great honor.
Know you're busy, but you up for a round of Gwent?
Well. Okay. Okay. Give me spies, man. Look at that Skellige Storm. Before you had one card for every weather effect.
A tip of the hat to the
What made you kind
Owen,
of...
welcome, Sir Geralt. I've heard tell of your accomplishments.
Need a bit of grooming.
Which kind of made you use one card. I don't want to use the word waste, but because it's still kind of useful, but you used one card for every weather effect. So snow, rain, or mist, fog, whatever. But Skellige Storm gives you two effects only for ranged units. So if you use melee units, it's very practical. You just throw a Skellige Storm and that's it. Why? What were they thinking when they decided to add a weather effect with two effects? Weather card with two effects. It just doesn't make any sense.
Gwent, maybe we could play around.
Owen, Palmading, Jeep Panthara.
At least they added it for everyone, the Skellige Storm. Not bad, not bad. How the Skellige store? So. Big game. Search. Wait. This test, I needed them for another quest, no? Or I failed. Not sure, I don't remember. That's the problem. I might have failed the virtue quests. I need to think about it. Whatever, let's make this quest. No, here they are. This is the one, right? Let's visit him first, and then I'll make this quest. We will see. I think he gives me some kind of a quest or something. I don't quite remember. Well, we will see that, but you know. I still think this. I was sitting with Regis, right? And what's happened? And they changed Geralt's outfit from that green one to this one, and I was looking at this one, and I was thinking that this set still looks better than a lot of sets out there. Maybe in terms of stats and bonuses, it's very average. It's kind of bad at this point probably, but I don't really care. Like, you see, we can even kill Dettlaff without any good armor and stuff. Ard was enough, so you don't need it. You don't need a good set. Just be stylish.
Greetings, brave hero.
I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camerlengo.
I'm Geralt. So what is it you do here?
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Tusa from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a heads, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
That's the music that we had when we arrived at Busan.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is.
Book. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. You can buy all these books, read them, and what's next? I don't know. But at least I can buy them and read them.
Can't help but be curious. But where do the funds for those payments come from?
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great value to bravery and selfless patriotism. It is her standing order that any knight may receive a wage, pardon me, financial compensation for his dedication to defending the duchy's internal security and order.
Wouldn't happen to play Gwent, would you?
Wait. That's Calico. I don't have enough cards for it. I want to play as Nilfgaard. gonna use Scorch or whatever the name of that car and gonna kill all my cars. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it approaching. Things went horribly wrong, man. Oh, that wasn't too bright. Don't remember what are those 5 virtuous quests or something that you need to do. There's something related to them. Brave deeds. Foolish?
Halt. I say. Mr. Garrett?
Thank you.
Sir! Come. My eyes were not deceived. Yet so far south. You, sir, of all folk in all your fame.
Mm-hmm. Me, south in all my fame.
Ah, I've heard so much. Why, when Master Dandelion tarried in Beauclair, not a day passed without him baying out a ballad in admiration of your deeds.
Yeah, unwelcome little habit of his. But what can I do for you?
Ah, you see, my betrothed, Francois Le Goff, vowed in my honor to bring me the head of the horrid beast they call Bertore.
Couldn't have gotten you a bouquet, some sweets in a bag?
Witcher, sir, you jest. A love most true demands proof through heroic deeds dedicated to the heart's captor. But alas, Francois has been gone a fortnight. Thus I must plead with you to see what's become of him. Could you? Would you?
This Grottore. Know anything else about it, mademoiselle? Judging by the name, guessing it lives in a cave.
Mademoiselle.
From which it prowls when hungry. By night, when all are asleep, it creeps into villages. Then, of a sudden, breaks open shutters, reaches inside and snatches babes from their cradles so quickly they've not the time to yelp.
Nocturnal, long prehensile arms, intelligent.
Francois claimed he would cut the filth down in a snap, but he's been gone so long. Will you help, sir? I cannot sleep. I fear this worrying will be the death of me.
Do my damnedest to get your fiancé back safe and sound. Just, Mind telling me where to look for him?
I forget you come from afar and do not know our land. They say Grotore has its lair in the caves at the foot of the Gorgon Hills.
That close to the city? Telling me no bold souls have ventured out to defeat the beast?
Quite the contrary. Plenty have, but none's returned. My concern is well founded.
I see. All right. High time I set off.
Well, you know, actually, you know what? I think I'll stop here. I'll make all this quest in the next part. The difference between Madame and Mademoiselle is that Mademoiselle is an unmarried girl, so, and because it says it's her fiancé, she doesn't look super young. I suppose she's a madam rather than a mademoiselle.
The jaw-dropping man awaits a challenge. His tongue is devastating witcher. Surely you have techniques you'd care to test and demonstrate.
He looks like that. If his tongue is as I just...
Do you wish to jump in?
Considering it.
So you're not surprised. Consider this as well. Here, intellect counts as much as strength.
You see, Mancomb is no ordinary fighter.
Mancomb? First I've ever encountered that name.
One should never judge an opponent by his name. Master Mancomb is a savage, though a valiant one at that. His blows are as fierce as his riposts are sharp.
Fine, let's start.
Oh, my knees quake like a carnival rattle.
Let's get on with this ridiculous battle.
I'm a top taunter, the best around, not one to be beaten by some inbred hound.
Fancy insults? Not my thing. No other more effective means. Ever fight a witcher?
Though a man of few words and even fewer jests, the Witcher is ever a fighter. Geralt has vanquished Mancomb. 2 more champions to defeat before you can challenge the Maestro. Still Waters is to be found in Oatville, not far from Mountebank Alley, while Colossus fights in the largest courtyard in San Sebastian.
Colossus. Makes me think about Marvel. X-Men.
Those vampires were running about town. I almost dumped my guts in fear.
Geralt, so content to see you. Le Papillon, Troubadour, remember?
Hey there.
I've never found the opportune moment. See, I never had a chance, in fact, to say I'm a devoted fan.
Thanks.
Of Master Dandelion. I know the bards, every ballad in his cycle about the Witcher. Oh, I cannot believe my luck.
Need something? From me?
Indeed. A matter most magnificent. My coiffeur, Jean-Louis Lotovic, has gone missing. Now, you shall rescue him, while I compose an epic ballad about it. Listen, fair folk, to a glorious tale of a missing friseur and a widowhood prevail.
What happened exactly? Claim the hairdresser's missing, but are you sure?
Yes, yes. I've no doubt something's transpired. Something terrible, absurd. Jean-Louis is never late to work. He's punctual to a fault. I'm certain he'd be honored if I am the one to sing of his dramatic rescue.
Fine, see what I can learn. Now, if you have to come with me, just one request. Stay out of the way. Mine and my swords.
Of course. You shan't even notice me. Jean-Louis' studio is just there. Right here. Ah!
What's the matter?
I've hit upon the perfect ending. And all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Thought this was about a witcher and a coiffeur. What's the Duchess got to do with it?
Her grace can be as fickle as the colt she rides. Today, all remember my fine couplets at the tourney. Yet tomorrow, her illustriousness bought by her breakfast might demand a new epic poem. One must grab at opportunity before it flits away. Well then, where shall we start?
At the door, by breaking it down.
Well, this is the end of part 49. And I will continue very soon with all these quests. Look at all of that. A lot of quests to finish. So this is the end of the main story,
Better to die of
but
drink
it's
than of
not
boredom.
the end of our adventures in
Right.
far from it.
Dance.
So.
Subjects of plenty.